Hey everyone, and welcome back to my monthly horror roundup, where I list off every horror movie coming out in the month of June, quickly tell you what they're about, and where you can watch them. First, on June 2nd, Follow Her comes to VOD. Follow Her follows an aspiring actress who responds to a mysterious classifieds ad and finds herself trapped in her new boss's twisted revenge fantasy. The next day, on June 3rd, The Boogeyman comes to theaters. This is a Stephen King story, and it is directed by Rob Savage, the director of the awesome film Host and the awful follow-up film Dashcam. The Boogeyman is a simple story that follows two sisters dealing with a supernatural entity coming from the closet. A week after, on June 9th, The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster releases on VOD. This tells the story of a teenage anti-hero who is on a desperate quest to cure death. As well on June 9th, Brooklyn 45 comes to Shudder. Brooklyn 45's story plays out in real time and is about wartime veterans in 1945 who reconnect at a Brooklyn parlor to help an old friend who has lost his wife. However, their pleasant reunion quickly turns into something unthinkable when they find themselves in an impromptu seance and become trapped in the parlor's lounge with no way out. Next, on June 13th, Bone Cold can be rented digitally. Bone Cold is about a Black Ops sniper who attempts a nightmarish escape after a failed mission, tracked by enemy soldiers hell-bent on revenge, and also hunted by something sinister and monstrous. From that description and a brief glimpse in the trailer, that something is likely a Wendigo, which, if you know me, guarantees I will be watching this movie. Also on June 13th, Cannibal Cabin can be seen on VOD. Cannibal Cabin follows 5 young adults who, in typical horror movie fashion, are tricked and lured to a secluded cabin where a group of strange, savage locals quietly stalk, attack, and devour the travelers one by one. 2 days after, on June 15th, Jagged Mind releases on Hulu. Jagged Mind follows Billy, who is troubled by bizarre visions and blackouts that throw her life into complete chaos. 1 day after that, on June 16th, The Blackening comes to select theaters and VOD. The Blackening is a horror comedy, and its synopsis is: 7 black friends go away for the weekend, only to find themselves trapped in a cabin with a killer who has a vendetta. A week later, on June 23rd, Quicksand streams on Shudder. This is a Colombian survival film that follows a married couple on the brink of divorce. As they hike through the forest, a terrible storm happens, and the two get trapped in a pit of quicksand, forcing the estranged couple to rely on each other to battle the elements and a venomous snake. And last, on June 28th, Run Rabbit Run drops on Netflix. This stars Succession's Sarah Snook, and Run Rabbit Run's synopsis is: as a fertility doctor, Sarah has a firm understanding of the cycle of life. However, when she is forced to make sense of the increasingly strange behavior of her young daughter, Sarah must challenge her own beliefs and confront a ghost from her past. Of all the movies I just listed, my pick for my most anticipated horror movie for the month of June is The Boogeyman. The name Stephen King speaks for itself. Anytime there is a new film adaptation of his work, it instantly shoots up to the top of my most anticipated movie list. And sure, I was let down by the new Pet Sematary and Firestarter adaptations. And sure, I was also let down by Rob Savage's second film after Host. I'm also not entirely sure how he'll handle the jump from found footage to directing a big budget Hollywood production. The Boogeyman, for all I know at this point in time, could be a complete and utter disaster. But still, good or bad, I know I'm undoubtedly going to enjoy it. At the very least, it'll be loaded with jump scares and supernatural fun, and it'll be a great low-stakes summer horror movie to watch on a Friday night. Alright, those are the new horror movies coming out this June. In the comments below, please tell me what your most anticipated movie for the month is. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, Horror Flicks with Nick. Twice a week I post horror reviews, commentaries, and short recommendations for horror movies you should watch on Netflix and other streaming services. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you back in July.